Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a tender warm embrace. Where I am now.
It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live at WGPL 1350 Studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 Studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM or 1350 AM. And guess what? You can hear us all over the globe.
I found his precious words were there for me.
And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning. Mr. E, is a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace 95.3 FM and WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Let's
That's right.
like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, comment, and we promise we'll shout you out.
Shout you out, shout you out. I want to say good morning to Mr. Gregory Bell. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world and the rest.
Mr. E, how was your weekend?
Well, I had a great weekend this weekend, Miss Hinton. I didn't do any work. I went out and I had a little celebration with my number 15th grandchild.
Very good.
Yeah.
I hope you all had a great celebration. I tell you what, I had a wonderful time. Young Women Achieving Success did our community service, and we did a youth summit on Saturday. It was so much fun, and I just want to say thank you, ladies, for showing up and showing out. Oh, Mr. E, I tell you what, it's Monday. Happy President's Day to everybody. But we also have the current job list. Are you ready?
I am ready for the current job listing, Miss Hinton. Get your pencil, piece of paper. And for them that are looking for a job, don't forget the Harry Teeter's, Lowe's, Home Depot. They are hiring. Federal Express are hiring. Ford Motor Company is doing some hiring. So, and those who think that because you've been incarcerated, you can't get a job, I want to serve notice on you. There are programs all around the world that's set aside just for you so you can get a job, get a job. I want to let you know that. Get your pen and piece of paper. Here we go. The YWCA of Southampton Road is looking for a residential service assistant, a POC victim advocate, a marketing and communicator coordinator, a director of human resource, a crisis service specialist, a counsel one, and a clinical manager.
All right, we have Western Tidewater Free Clinic, Director of Development is needed. Virginia Opera statewide grant writer is needed. Also, another grant writer. The Virginia Living Museum, they need an executive administrator.
The Up Center is looking for a dad engagement specialist, Well, that's new. A TCC workforce is looking for a technical trade program flyer, and Suffolk Center for Culture Art is looking for a DEV director.
All right, Judeo-Christian Outreach Center, they need a residential service worker, full-time. They also need a housing stabilization specialist, help and emergency response, YFSA position. They also need a volunteer coordinator and they need a crisis coordinator.
The Girl Scouts Council of Colonial Coast looking for a FADA data specialist, and for kids looking for a family case manager.
All right, Bay Agent, Mobility Manager, Bay Transit, the Armed Services of the YMCA, they need a Development Director, Nauticus Foundation Assistant Store Manager is needed, and Achievable Dreams, they need a Grants Manager.
And the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Arts and looking for an art executive assistant. They're also looking for a program coordinator full-time, and Bay Agent is looking for a financial manager, a facility assistant, VDC, a FICO assistant, and they're also looking for an option counselor, VDC.
All right, Chesapeake Public Library, VLALB number 2. They need look at all these acronyms. CO Coil, LAI part-time. Chesapeake Public Library, they also need a CRC, LA liaison. I believe that's the ending of that particular one.
United Jewish Federation of Tidewater looking for a member experience director. They're also looking for a Jewish news account executive and a director of women.
All right.
Women director.
This is already on our pages. You can go to LinkedIn. You can go to Yolanda Hinton's personal page, Edward Everett's personal page, FY Radio Show's personal page on Facebook, and they're there for you to share, email, and use so you can get a job if you need one.
That's right. That's right. So don't say you can't get a job. You can get a job. And also those who, again, they've been incarcerated saying that they can't get a job. There are special programs around here set aside just for you.
Absolutely. And again, happy President's Day. And we actually are thinking and praying for the former President of the United States, Mr. Jimmy
That's
Carter.
right. Yeah.
And he's in hospice.
That's right.
98 years old.
98 years old, Mr. J. Carter. He's in hostage. So we're thinking about you on your President's Day.
Absolutely. I tell you what, not only is it President's Day, but this is the month that we celebrate Black history. Yes. You know, we usually do our sports talk, but we're going to pause and make sure we share with you some of the facts and some of the things that we have about our heritage and about our celebration, because it is definitely something to celebrate, Mr. E.
That's right. That's right. You know, but Miss Hinton, I have a problem.
Oh,
And the
please,
problem
what
that I have,
problem
and
is
the problem that I have, why do we always celebrate Black history with everybody else?
What you mean with everybody
We
else?
got the President's Day here. Why we just can't have Black history to ourselves?
Well, we have it to ourselves, and some people don't even pay attention to it. How about that? Some people not even celebrating it; they just living it. They live in it. They live in the history. They live in the life. They're living the experience. But just thank God that we do have a month. And see, this month is to celebrate, but it could also be a teachable moment for other races. I mean, I think some people don't get it. They think, we just have to, get up here and put on green. What's the other colors? Orange,
Red, black, and green.
Yeah, and it's not. It's a thing where we expose who we are, and that's a question right there. Who are we, and who we are is something that people need to know. Because other people have tried to identify us. They have identified us, and you identified us wrong. No, we're not animals and monkeys and carrying on like that. Honey, talking about a brilliant people and people that have come such a long way, fighters, people that have fought to where they are. And so brilliant people have invented so many things and have met all kind of challenges. So we don't let you identify us. We identify who we are.
That's right. And the things that we have done for the world, and you're using it. You are taking advantage of, you're using them in your household. on your jobs, and anywhere because we made it happen.
I want to first say how Black History Month started. It's okay, every February, people in the United States celebrate the achievements and history of African Americans as part of Black History Month. How it started in 1915, Mr. E, in response to the lack of information on the accomplishments of Black people available to the public, historian Carter G. Woodson co founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History in 1926. The group declared the second week of February as Negro History Week to recognize the contributions of African Americans to U.S. history. Few people studied Black history, and it wasn't included in textbooks prior to the creation of Negro History Week.
This week was chosen because it included the birth date of both Frederick Douglass and abolitions, someone who wants to end and practice the end of slaving people, and the former U.S. President Abraham Lincoln. President Lincoln led the United States during the Civil War, which was primarily fought over the enslavement of Black people in the country. Many schools and leaders began to recognize the beginning of the week after its creation.
Yes, the week-long event officially became Black History Month in 1976 when U.S. President Gerald Ford extended the recognition to honor the two often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history. Black History Month has been celebrated in the United States every February since. And this is a wonderful honor. No, we don't get sick of our February month. No, I don't think we even hesitate to say, oh, that's too much. It is all that. And we celebrate it in so many ways. It also says what it honors.
That's right. What it honors. The Black History Month was created to focus and attend on the contribution of African Americans to the United States and honor all Black people for all periods of the United States history, from the enslavement people first brought over from Africa in the early 17th century to African Americans living in the United States today.
Among the notable figures often spotlighted during Black History Month are Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who fought for equal rights for Blacks during the 1950s and 60s. Thurgood Marshall, the first African-American justice appointed to the United States Supreme Court in 1967. Mae Jemison, who became the first female African-American astronaut to travel to space in 1992. And Barack Obama, who was elected the first ever African-American president of the United States in 2008. You might as well put Kamala Harris up there, honey. You might as well add her to this article here because she is the first African-American woman as vice president of the United States.
And there's also another African-American woman that's on that's the judge. That's a judge. I forgot her name, but I want to recognize her also.
Okay, we'll get her name for you, Mr. E, so we can give her name to our people. But I tell you what, we have done so much, have come so far. We are very proud as a people to be able to accomplish. The thing about it is the things that we wanted for ourselves, we dreamed about. We wanted equal rights. We wanted to have a right to vote. We wanted to do so many things. We wanted the right to be human like we are and not be treated like a slave or be a slave. We fought for so many rights. The right not to sit in the back of the bus while we give our money just like any other person. We fought for so many things. We're fighters. We're warriors. And we have come to this place where we are, where we have so many inventions that come out. Mr. E has a list of inventions and things that we have created. You would be surprised at some of the things that we have created from African American people.
You know, Ms. Hinton, when we started looking at the African American inventions and what we have created, you would say wow and wow and wow again. Because when I begin to look at all the creative things that the African American has done, it began to blow my mind,
Yes.
because they have done great, great, great things. They made stuff like car chargers, and they made car chargers.
Listen, he don't have his glasses.
They made they made car chargers and a host of a lot of things that the African Americans has created.
Yes, there's so many things. The mailbox. We have the pencil sharpener, refrigerator. We have the rolling pin, stove, traffic lights, ice cream. They had shoes up there. Listen, it goes on and
I know,
on
Miss
and
Hinton,
on.
the list go on and on and on. Um, they got what you call it. They got what you call brooms and mops that they made. Uh, they made a whole lot of things. Cellular car phones. Um, they made clothes dryers. They made curtain rods. They made curtain rod supporters. Um, they made a whole lot. We have come a long way. Motors, maps, mailbox, lunch pails, lubrication cup, lanterns, washing machine, lemon squeezers, lawn spreaders, lawnmower, keychains. You name it, we made it.
Electric lamps. We have egg beaters. We have air conditioned units. Oh my goodness. Uh, we have all kind of wonderful. Yeah,
Refrigerators,
it's
we
just
got record players, we got pencil sharpeners, we got peanut butter, we got car motor, we made mops, we made rolling pins, we made spark plugs, for the cars. You name it that
yes.
we have done a whole lot. Traffic lights,
Yeah,
tricycles, ice cream.
that's right. Folding chairs. We have
Potato chips, gas
yes.
heaters. We have invented a lot of things.
Yes, baby buggies, and we're reading off this list. If you all Google it, you'll see it's so many, so many things that we can be proud of. So many things in technology that have been invented. Uh, wow,
Gas masks, yeah.
window cleaners. I mean, all kind of things that.
Guitars, golf tees,
Yes, the telephone system.
yeah. Eye protectors, elevators, egg beaters, fire extinguisher, folding chair, folding bed, fountain pen, gas mask, golf tee. We have done a wonderful job.
And much more.
That's
We've
right.
created much, much more things that you use every day. It's amazing how, and this is the thing. At one time, you was not getting credit for these things. At one time, we didn't know that we had invented it, that it had come out of our race.
That's right.
And that's why it was so important for Black History Month to be able to say, look, these are the things that Black Americans have contributed to society. So many everyday uses, so many things that we need for ourselves. Roberta Carter said eyeglasses.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, the
That's
list
right.
is, if you all go to Benton Spirit, it's online, and it's just so many inventions.
You know that thing that they put into your heart in the sentence that they
Defibrillator.
Is it a defibrillator
Is
or
it or a pacemaker?
Pacemaker. An African American woman, she made the pacemaker.
Yes.
So anything that we can use and have done need of, African Americans has created it.
Yes, the hand stamp, curtain rod.
That's right.
The door stop. I mean, it goes on and on and on.
Shampoo headsets,
locks.
Yeah. Stethoscopes.
Yes.
Stoves.
Yes. It's just
sugar maker improvement.
Yes.
Telephone transmitter. thermostat controller.
Yes.
You know, whatever you need in your house, the African American folks
Yes.
had
Yes.
invented it. So you know, we need to applaud because every household, every in-house and out-house tool, African Americans has really put it together.
Yes, we are definitely glad.
Even down to lawn chairs. Yeah,
Yes. It isn't just the cellular car phone.
yeah.
I mean, it is just
And
wow.
the list go on and on and on. When you get up in your house in the morning and you turn your thermostat on, turn the heat up. African Americans, they made that.
The gas mask,
Yeah,
typewriter.
and
Oh,
it goes on and on and on.
yes. So you all and look look the rolling pin. I know the women glad he made somebody
Well,
made the
so to
rolling
hit
pin.
somebody
You know
upside
that
the
used to be
head,
a thing.
that used to be a weapon.
That used to be
Yeah,
a weapon to hit the man. Y'all excuse me.
but it made good bread, good. It made good
Absolutely.
bread and made good pie dough. You know, to put into the chicken
Yeah.
pie. Made good pie. For apple pie, you name it. They did a wonderful job when it came to the being inventors.
Yes. The mailbox, spark plugs,
Yeah,
stethoscope.
and peanuts too. We can't forget George Washington Carver
Oh, he made many things from the
from
peanut.
peanuts, right?
He really did. Yeah, so railway signals,
The nail that goes into the tracks, we put it all together.
bicycle frame, boat cutter. Just man, and we should be proud, Miss
That's
D. We
right.
should be
That's right.
happy, and we should celebrate this month. Well, somebody said, "Well, it's not enough." Well, it's enough. It's enough time to show people who we are and to teach people who we are. You know, we still have to teach people that we still have to make our statement. You know, it's like, wait a minute now. You know, you can't sit back and describe me in one way when we are brilliant people.
That's right. That's right. You can't tear our heads off and say we no goods, we monkeys, we're
Mhm.
animals, we buck wild, however you want to explain, describe us. But when you go into your house, when you go into your garage, when you walk up and down the street, when you sit on your beaches and the things that you see, when you wash your clothes, an African American person made that.
Yes. So yeah, give us our props. Give us our,
That's right.
give us. And even if you don't, we are going to take this time to give it to ourselves.
That's
We're
right.
going to say
That's right.
congratulations to all our African American people for celebrating such a wonderful, wonderful time. For celebrating us. Now let's take this time to not only celebrate us, but be all that we can be. Be the best.
That's right. That's right.
We look. We've made things, but let's work on ourselves to be better people. We're not perfect, but we do have room enough to grow as people. We need to continue to get together and stay together as family.
That's
we need
right.
to raise our children right. At one time, and we still do it. We use, the church to be that place where we would gather and we would, you know, teach our children, and we would come together with issues, and we used to fight the system through the church. Martin Luther King was very instrumental in bringing the church together and bringing people together. Politics, people don't believe in politics in the church, but hey, that's where a lot of our politics took place, right there in the church, when they needed to have meetings and things like that to come against a system that was cruel and unjust and unfair.
And not only that, Miss Hinton, we had private meetings there in the church. We went down there by the river, we stopped by the church, and we let them know what was going on. Even though we didn't have no telephones at the time, but when we all got together under the household of faith, we began to tell everybody what's going on up and down the streets. What's going on in America when slaves was first set free, and things of that nature.
Yeah, I challenge our families and our parents to make sure you're teaching our children, about our lives and how far we have come from. Some of the kids don't even know about slavery.
They was thinking about teaching African American history in school, and there's a lot of controversy about really teaching what African American history is all about.
Teach them at home then. How about that?
You can take them aside and let them know all the accomplishments and what they had to endure, and how some of the babies was born in the cotton fields, and they had to keep on going. They had to keep on working, pulling cotton, pulling taters, pulling cabbage, corn, you name it. We had to keep on working it out.
All right. We want to say good morning to Roberta Carter, Sheila Robbins, Tracy Porter. We have Mark Howard watching, and Roberta said, and she said, any and everything that we use for convenience, Black people invented or improved.
So you ought to give yourself a great big high five and let everybody know, hey, I am somebody. My ancestors, my forefathers made everything that we needed in our offices, in our homes. The chair that you're sitting in was created by an African American. So we got to learn how to appreciate those things that they have done for us.
And we continue to abound. We have Black billionaires now.
Yeah.
One time you would
Yeah.
even hear people being millionaires, every now and then. They're multimillionaires, billionaires, constantly, striving for greater, for better. Look at Congress. Look at the face of Congress with African Americans in politics. People running, African Americans running on every hand.
That's right.
It is just amazing. More doctors, lawyers, people in business. Even athletes. Oh my goodness, we had the Super Bowl with two. We had two great. What do you call it, Mr. E? Uh,
Singers and
no, quarterbacks.
Two great Black quarterbacks to
Yes.
play. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. We had Patrick Mahomes from the Kansas City Chiefs, and we had Mr. Julians from the Philadelphia Eagles.
And the thing about it is, some of these things we didn't see in the past. Certain things weren't allowed. You didn't have the privilege to do certain things. That's why it's a big thing. We say, oh well, we used to see when you used to seeing them in this generation, but there was a time when a Black person had no privilege. He
That's
was
right.
a slave.
Go through the back door.
He didn't have the right to be. He couldn't have a right to speak. He didn't have the right to live like he wanted, make choices. He was in bondage, and he didn't even have a right to own his own name,
That's
his
right.
own land. So this is what we're saying. We've come a long way. We need to continue to uh, teach our history and honor God for bringing us so far, giving us the strength as fighters and warriors, and the ability to see God in light. Because if it wasn't for God who was on our side, we wouldn't have made it this far.
That's right.
And
That's
so
right.
it's not just about February, it's about us as a people really moving toward greatness. And let's not take advantage of it. Let's not go down the wrong road with the things that God have blessed us. Let's continue to praise and bless God for what he's done for us. And let's continue to share the goodies, and teach our children, pass it down to them, make them great, teach them greatness. Teach them to have a better attitude, and teach them to resolve issues without so much violence. We got a lot to do. We've come so far, but we have a lot to do, Mr. E, and making sure we maintain a great way of living for our children and our children's children.
And we can proudly sing that song that James Brown wrote. Say it loud. We ought to be Black and proud. We can proudly say that we are the world. We are the people. We are the one to make a better day. We can sing all of that because we've been through the storm and rain. We've been through trials. We've been through tribulations. We've been up. We've been down. We've been beaten. We have been scorned and still going through. So we got every right to lift up our voice and sing loud that we are somebody.
Absolutely. Get involved in your community, teach your children, seek God, and do the things that we need to do in order to be better. Well, I tell you what, we're going to come over here on social media for a little while. You all are a blessing. Thank you so much for your support. Be proud. And we'll see you back here on Wednesday. God bless you.
Where I am now.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350, WPCE 1400 Peace 95.3 FM, and on all social media platforms. And don't forget to join us tonight from 6 to 7 on FYI After Dark. All you have to do is look up my name, or Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton Facebook name, and you can see us after dark. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10. And have a wonderful, wonderful Black History Week and a wonderful month.
We will now join the
what a
Holy
beautiful
Light Church
day. What a beautiful morning. The weather here is going to be so nice, but we're expecting up in the 80s this week here in the Hampton Roads area.
Thursday, we're looking for the 80-degree mark.
Yes, it is amazing. We're getting closer and closer to spring. Everything about my nose, eyes, and mouth tells the pollen has jumped me already.
Do you think we're gonna get some snow?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't count it out. You know, we're still in winter. And we'll be in there until March the 20th. And so, you know, we just never know, but that's fine too. But enjoy the weather. You know, I don't know what the weather is in your city or town, but here in the Hampton Roads area, we've gotten a breakthrough and we've gotten some great weather. So far, so good.
You know, Miss Hinton, while we were talking about Black History Month, I want to let everybody know that Brittany Gaynor has just signed a one-year deal with the Phoenix Mercuries.
What's so marvelous about it? She was just in prison.
That's right.
In Russia.
In Russia, yeah.
We thought that she was going to be 9 years in prison over there after she was stopped, you know, and went through the airport, and they found a little paraphernalia, and they said, not here. I encourage you all going overseas and stuff, keep your weed, all that stuff, all your drugs and your weed home, because I'm telling you, some of these countries don't play. And if it wasn't for her status and the fact that Biden went and fought for her and God was on her side, she'd be there rotten. And so I'm trying to tell you all, be careful going over to other countries and things like that. You know, we in the house, we got it going on.
That's right.
But you ain't in the house that much that you can't get yourself in trouble going over there messing with some of these people in their country.
And not only that, if you're going down to the airports and places of that nature, leave them guns home, them knives home. Don't go to the airport. They got so many folks, Miss Hinton, that's trying to get loaded guns on an airplane. Why? And then they said, I forgot.
Oh, yeah,
the same way Brittany said, I forgot. Come on now. You know what you carry. You know the heat that you got with you. You cannot put yourself in a pickle and say you forgot that you had that gun. You know you carrying it with you. Speaking on guns, Miss Hinton, you know, what about the little lady, the little boy that had the gun on at Little Creek Elementary School right here in the 757, right here in Norfolk?
Be careful with your guns. Now, you have the right to bear arms, but please, you know, when you're laying them around, and I know people that have them laid around, just laying them around, your children can get to them. Some of these parents gonna end up in jail. You all better be careful. You have the right to bear arms. Listen to me, but you don't have the right to have them slinging all over the place, having your children, because people get hurt so easily and accidentally, and you all have to definitely be careful.
You know, speaking on that, Little Creek, the mother is being held accountable for that 6-year-old boy bringing that weapon to school. And all authority, they went down the procedure and things of that nature. But see, the 6-year-old boy mother is being held here in Norfolk, but in Rich Neck, they still waiting to hold somebody accountable.
Well, they got rid of a few of them already.
That's right.
And so, it's enough blame to go around, and you can blame the parent if you want to, but there's a whole lot of folk pointing the finger to other folk, and they're going to be in court, and there's a whole lot of stuff that's going to happen. But I'm telling you, please be careful with your guns.
That's right.
And make sure, they're in a secure place. We also want to remind you this evening we'll be on with our special guest.
That's right.
We have Tony Veer, the love doctor. He's going to be on this evening at 6 p.m. And Coach Rhonda Driver, relationship expert, lifestyle coach. And we're going to be talking about relationships. We got all kind of questions for them. We want you all to join us on all social media platforms, 6 p.m. tonight.
That's
I'll be there. Mr. E will be there. And if you want to be zoomed in, you can give us your email address. But we're going to have a good time this evening, Mr. E. And we're going to, because guess what? Not only is this Black History Month, this is the Love Month. This is February.
That's right.
And we just celebrated Valentine's Day, but we're going to continue in celebrating love and relationship. And we'll have them on this evening.
And, Cupid may be stupid, but they say Cupid makes some great connection. So, so
Cupid,
y'all.
why would Cupid be stupid?
That's the little song they got.
Is that right? Cupid is stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know if Cupid is stupid. I think people have a habit of being stupid
but
when
Cupid
it comes to
how
relationships.
To shoot, he know how to shoot and put them together again, and put them together and make it work.
Well, Mr. E, do you feel like we as people, we really, when it comes to relationship, I don't know if we really, sometimes we can end up with great people, in a great relationship, but a lot of times people don't really have a way of knowing if things are going to work out, or we don't take the time to study how things, who this person is or what they are, where they come from. We just look, and especially in this day and time, these folks meet them one day, and that's we in a relationship, and it's hard knocks, it's problems, it's it's betrayal, relationships is hard enough. I think we should take time to at least get some skill and some teaching on what it would take to have a good relationship.
Well, when you begin to look at working that relationship, we'll talk more about that tonight. It depends on what your motive is. If you're broke, you need some financial support. It can be either male or female. You run after what you need.
And we have some questions like that, by the way, Mr. E.
Yeah. So
we'll be talking about all that and more.
That's right. So if you want to hear more about it, stick with us tonight as we come on FYI After Dark.
Absolutely. We have some upcoming shows. Again, please join us this evening. Special guests Tony Veer and Coach Rhonda will be on social media platforms 6 p.m. Also on Wednesday, Mr. E, who do we have?
On Wednesday, we got the head coach, Mr. DC James is the head coach. He'll be our special guest. And then on that Friday, we got one of Norfolk 17 will be with us, Miss Patricia Turner.
Absolutely. We also have Miss Katrina Burns. It's going to be on FYI After Dark. We have Sean Cunningham. He's going to be on FYI After Dark. You too can be a special guest or sponsor. Mr. E's going to give you that information in a minute. But don't forget, Serving Dad T will be doing that. And we'll still be doing What's Under the Hat and What's in Your Closet.
When we get to that Serving That Tea, Miss Hinton, there are some things that we really got to serve. Your boy needs some prayer. Your boy need a whole lot of prayer with all them babies that he said.
Who is that? You see,
that fella needs some prayer. The one that the guy that's on that Wild 'N Out show. They said he needs a whole lot of prayer. Mr. Nick Cannon need a whole lot of prayer when he tended to all them children.
Well, I tell you what, they are talking about Rihanna, and it's like, wait a minute. before you talk about her and her $1 billion, you better go over there to those brothers and ask them why they having babies by all these different women. They are questioning her like, oh, you having another baby? You having another baby so soon? Well, wait a minute now. Go over there, like I said, to P Diddy and Nick Cannon and all those other folks that's dropping loads everywhere. And hey, you talk to them. If they're celebrities, go over there and talk to them. It's not fair. Plus, the
Well,
girl rich is out on the
because
way.
she
She was,
rich, you know.
and she's in a relationship.
That's
So
right. That's right. That's
she
right.
she has a right to do what she
But
wants to
for
do.
you to, just to have 18 babies and 19 babies and no relationship, something ain't right here.
Dropping them here and there and everywhere. But anyway, we'll be talking about that on our love show. Also, bullying is right underneath your nose. Thank you to all you all that are buying the book. Thank you. It's in hard copy, ebook, and it is an Audible book, so you can go to Audible and get it as well. The Royal Ladies Pie, we're going to have a launch real soon. Tell you more about that. Young Women Achieving Success Program. Oh my goodness, we had a great time on the weekend. Your child can participate. Girls 10 to 17. We do community service. We go to summits. We have retreats. We have a book club. We go out to eat. You name it, we do it. All kind of topics, speakers, and it's a wonderful, wonderful free program.
That's right.
You can
And
call
anything.
me at 757-287-6792 or inbox me.
That's right. That free program is free to help your children, your girls, your young women to rise above. I want to say good
Absolutely.
morning to Mr. Tillman, along with Miss Huff, along with Miss Cooper,
Who is Mr. Tillman?
Mr. E.R.C. me,
Ah,
Tillman.
oh, very good.
Along
This
with
the
Mark
first name.
Howard. Huh?
First time I've seen that name.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
E.
Along with Mr. Mark Howard, Mr. Gregory Bell. And we want to say good morning to you and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for joining us. And Mr. E is going to tell you how you can be a special guest sponsor or intern with FYI Radio Show.
And if you'd like to be a special guest, a sponsor, or intern of FYI Radio Show, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861 or go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, inbox Miss Yolanda, the lady Hinton on her Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or go to our Gmail as FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com and inbox us and let us know, hey, you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor.
Absolutely. We would love to have you. We're filling up our calendar for March. March is Women's Month.
Yeah.
And National Women's Month. And we're going to be highlighting a lot of great women and talking about topics, about women, for women, and just sharing all kind of nuggets and just celebrating who we are. Now that's another group
That's
who
right.
has come a long way, and we're so proud, and we'll be talking more about that. Again, don't forget to join us tonight, 6 p.m. Go to any social media platform, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook Live, and meet us there. We're going to have a great topic, great conversation. Special guest Tony Beer, the Love Doctor, and Coach Rhonda will be there, and we'll meet you there as well.
Say that again. Isn't it amazing that you can say go to any?
Go to any platform. We're going to be there live.
Any.
It's going to be a fun,
Yeah.
because I can't wait to hear their perspective, and we're going to be asking questions. We're going to be talking about love and relationships. And
Love is in the air.
yes, and how things are going in 2023. We have social media now where people meet and greet and find love. How well is it working? Is it dangerous? Is it what? What is it? I've been out the loop for a long time, so look, but I'm curious to know how things are going in this day and age with those that are out there that's looking for love or in a relationship. Still. How you faring out in this day and time? Have you got the skills, the tools, the information, the knowledge to make a good relationship? Just like you can make a good pie, a good cake. Do you have the ingredients? Do you have what it takes to have a really good relationship? But anyway, it's time to go. Again, thank you all for joining us. You all are a blessing. Fiona Huff, thank you so much for joining us. And the rest of you guys, you are a blessing. Tell somebody about the show tonight and tell somebody about FYI Morning Show as well. See you This evening, Mr. E is going to tell you how you can be a special guest sponsor and intern at FYI Radio Show.
If you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor of FYI Radio Show, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. That's 757-714-7861. Our inbox is at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton's Facebook page, our FYI Facebook page, or you can email us at FYI Radio Show live@gmail.com. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10. Oh, by the way, don't forget After Dark. That's FYI After Dark from 6 o'clock tonight. And we'll be there, be there, be there.
God bless you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
2 up, 2 down.